From Mamta Didi to Bengal Ki Beti. This Bengal election has given a wonderful case study for all strategists and marketing managers, especially if you're in the field of competitive marketing. Hello, my name is Shantam, and with Shashwat I am bringing this fresh episode of Research+Practice. Now in management, especially in the field of marketing, there is this important term of positioning. So positioning is all about how do you create a differentiation in the mind of a prospective buyer. The last part is very important because it talks about not how you see your brand, but how you would like your customer to see your brand. Let me give you a simple example. Now, if I were to ask you what kind of image you have of Maruti as a brand in early 2000s, not now, but say a decade back. So Maruti was synonymous for two very important things: affordability and quality. Good quality product which was fuel efficient, less maintenance at an affordable price. Let me give another example. How do you relate Volvo as an automotive brand? Now Volvo is largely synonymous to safety, like Tata is perhaps to trust. So please note, these are the kind of differentiations that brands have tried to build in the mind of the customers, of how customers perceive their brand. Now, like positioning, there's another important term called as repositioning. So simply put, repositioning looks at making those small adjustments in how the prospective customer perceives your brand or your competitor brands. So it's very important to note that repositioning starts by keeping your competition at the heart of the discussion. So it's not only about how you would like to be perceived by the customer, but also what the competition will let you take, or what space the competition will leave for you in the mind of the customer. Let me give you two very interesting examples on repositioning. Take a look at Amul. Now Amul is a known dairy brand in India. It is known to provide good quality milk, and it's one of the largest in India. Now when they entered the ice cream segment, now the USP that Amul is carrying in that segment is, well, they provide good quality milk, and so the ice cream that will be made will be also pure and good. Now, not only they were able to, they tried for this positioning, but they also repositioned their competition. And they came up with this ad that I have put up on your screen. So they started communicating, and they even fought cases where they said that, look, many of the people who claim that they are ice cream people, that they are brands or their product is an ice cream, is actually not an ice cream, but it is made of vegetable oil. And so only Amul, which is making its ice cream from pure dairy, can be allowed to say itself as an ice cream, and all others are frozen desserts. And I've also given a link to a wonderful ad that they had made about it. So the essence here was, not only they were trying to communicate that we are a brand that makes ice creams from pure milk, and so in a sense pure cream, but other people or others in the market are actually not making ice cream. They are making frozen desserts, which is made from vegetable oil. And they were able to place a negative on other brands while taking a positive shine upon themselves. So you are able to gain on the customer, not only by positioning yourself better, but by also placing a negative on your competition. Take a look at another example. Bajaj came up with this wonderful new model in the market, Bajaj, if I'm not wrong, Bajaj Dominar 400. I put out that ad on the screen for you, also a link to the video below. And if you look at their advertisements, they not only showcase that, look, my product is so agile or my product is so good, but they also showcase their competition and another strong brand in the Indian market as being slow, difficult to handle, like an elephant. So here again, the communication was to craft a perception, not necessarily by showing or highlighting your strength as much as highlighting the weakness in someone else's strength. So please note, repositioning in essence starts with discussion about competition, and it's not only about managing your perception in customers' mind, but also about managing your competitors' perception in your prospective customers' mind. So now let us look at how this technique of repositioning was used in the Bengal election. Now go back a few years. Mamata Banerjee led TMC against the left parties and won power in the state of West Bengal. At that point of time, the kind of perception that was created amongst the voters for Mamata Banerjee was that she's Mamata Didi. She's like your sister. She is someone who is approachable. She is loving and she will fight for you no matter what. And that is what the perception that was built for Mamata Banerjee. Cut to 2021. There were two interesting slogans that Mamata Banerjee and the party TMC, and of course Prashant Kishor as the strategist and his team, coined for this election. One was Khela Hobe and second was Bangla Nijer Meki Chai. So from Didi, the discussion was changed from projecting Mamata Banerjee as the daughter of Bengal. And very subtly the message was passed that this election is not about what is right or wrong, but this election is about supporting your daughter against a party which is perhaps not from Bengal. So BJP, which before this election only had 3 MLAs, did not have such a very strong base, was projected as an outsider. And Mamata Banerjee was projected as the loving daughter of the state who is putting a fight against the outsiders, and it is for the people now to support and ensure that their daughter is protected. And the very interesting thing that this slogan talked about, and the essence here was that Didi or a sister, you can fight with your sister, you can find fault with your sister, and you can complain about your sister, but you cannot complain about your daughter. In the end of the day, if she was your daughter, it's your duty to protect her. And from all of a sudden, where BJP, where everybody was feeling with a very strong might, very powerful machinery in the election would perhaps win power, or if not win power, will do well in this election, they were not able to dislodge Mamata Banerjee and TMC. In fact, Mamata Banerjee and TMC were able to regain most of the lost ground was precisely because of this very subtle repositioning that was done from Didi to Beti. Now there would be many other things that might have influenced this election, but this interesting aspect of repositioning from Didi to Beti was perhaps a very central piece of the jigsaw that saw TMC win the election. I'm sharing below link of Prashant Kishor. It's a very small 2 minutes video, but a very good video on these two slogans and the purpose of this repositioning. So do watch it. That's all from us today. Thanks for watching, and do share your thoughts and feedback, and do subscribe if you like what we are presenting. Thanks a lot.